What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I have a brand new, awesome unboxing that I'm very excited about. This is the brand new Dragon Ball Super Blu-ray Complete Series Steelbook Collection. So this just came out, just released by Funimation, and what this is essentially, let me make it a little bit brighter for you. Basically, this is the entire Dragon Ball Super series, all 131 episodes, collected in one collection, all on Blu-ray, 1080p Blu-ray, all in steel books, and it comes with this awesome metal case here. So this is the first complete collection of Dragon Ball Super that's come out here in North America. I think some other regions got some like more standard collections, like standard Blu-ray box sets and stuff like that. But as far as North America is concerned, a lot of these have been released on kind of standalone season or kind of partial season standard Blu-ray releases. But here is the entire series. At least I've heard, rumors that they're gonna make more seasons maybe in the future, or like an addendum or maybe a sequel series or something like that. I don't really know about that. But all I know is that as of right now, September 2022, this is the entire series. They're not currently making any more episodes right now, so I don't know what the future holds for Dragon Ball Super or a sequel to Dragon Ball Super or whatever. But as far as the anime goes, this is the whole kit and caboodle. This is the whole shebang. So that's kind of what I was waiting for. I actually haven't bought any of the Dragon Ball Super releases up until now because I was waiting for a complete collection to come out. And here we go. It's about 150 bucks. Plus or minus, depending on where you get it from. You can find it a little bit cheaper or a little bit more expensive, maybe. But I think it's between like 125 and 150, depending on where you actually purchase it. So I'm going to crack this thing open, and we're going to look at it. So just to kind of show you the outside here, this whole box, there's no like front panel on the box, but it does come shrink wrapped. And this kind of strip insert here is actually inside of the plastic wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the different sides, and then I'll take it off and we'll kind of look into it. But look at this super cool design. This is a totally like metal box. This box is made of literal metal. It is very heavy. This kind of promotional strip here goes all the way around. And there's no stickers or anything like that that are on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take off the plastic wrap. And then I'm going to show you sort of the details of the outer strip here with all the advertising stuff on it. And then I'll actually dig in and show you the discs themselves. So this might be a little bit of a lengthy one, but I'm going to try my best to expedite the process, or expedite the process if possible. So here we go. All right, plastic wrap off. Shiny, shiny steel books. Very cool uniform art, different color theme for each of the discs here. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up. You see it's got a cool design in the background there. It's not embossed or foil or anything like that. The strip is not, so this is all just kind of printed on this paperboard strip. If you're curious, here are all the special features that it lists. It does have a bunch of extras, special features, interviews, Q&As, interviews from conventions, watching it with some of the people. So yeah, it does have a bunch of special features. It's not just the episodes, which is kind of cool. And then here's the back. Just again, with this release, since there is nothing on the front that keeps these in here, just be very careful turning it upside down. Once you take this strip off, I think all this stuff will just like fall out of the front. So just be very careful about how you handle it, because yeah, there is nothing on the front side that's going to stop these from just falling straight out of the box, as far as I know. So here's the back. It's got some thumbnails, which is cool. Here are the actual details here, 1080p, 16:9. It has both Dolby True HD, English 5.1, and Japanese 2.0, which I assume are like the original tracks. And then similar for the special features, although some of them just have English 2.0, I guess. And then English subtitles. So if you want to watch it in Japanese with English subs, you have that option here. Or if you want the dubs, it's got that too. It's got that in surround sound or the original Japanese stereo for that. So yeah, here is the UPC code, description, all the rest of this good stuff here. It is over 3,000 minutes, 3,275 minutes with 210 minutes of special features. And there it touts all 131 episodes and over 3 hours of bonus features. Just to kind of show you the box here. Again, super shiny, silvery, literally metallic box. A box made of metal. It's actually quite heavy, so when I'm picking it up and trying to spin it around and stuff, it's a little bit heavy. There is like a little bit of sort of marking on the top of this, as you can see. It was pre-packaged and packaged pretty well, so I think that's probably just from the manufacturing or whatever. You can kind of see it a little bit there. You see that kind of like, it's like a discolored strip that kind of goes across. It looks like a scratch or scrape or something, maybe where like it went through the machine or it had a strap or something on it at one point. I don't know. It does have like, if you look right there, right, it's hard to see, but like right here, there is like a little scratch there and kind of some scuffs on the top. So, you know, it is metal. So, you know, it's gone through manufacturing and processing and stuff. So there might be some scuffs or a little tiny scratch here and there. It's really not the end of the world. But just, you know, so you're aware. And this is the super cool design on the back, which I'll show you once I take all the discs out, because I can't really take them out and show, or I can't show you the back until I take the discs out, because they will just fall straight out the front. Also, this strip here, I want to call it an Obi strip, but it's not. It's just a promotional strip, but it keeps wanting to fall to the ground, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. So from now on, I need to remember to be very careful, or else it's going to be a stupid thing I do where I'm going to forget and I'm going to turn this whole box upside down and they're all just going to fall on the table. So I'm going to try not to do that. All right, so let's crack into these here just so we can see what's going on. So each one of these volumes, I think there's what, 10 of them? Yeah, 10 volumes here. Each one has a certain number of episodes in it. It looks like maybe like 12 to 13 episodes, something like that. That would make sense if there's 131. Each one of these is a steelbook. Each one has its own kind of unique color design, color palette motif here. I'm assuming each one has a different character that sort of relates to the episodes that are on it. So we'll see if they... I'm just going to kind of take a peek here. Yeah, so it looks like they all have kind of a very similar setup where there's the character, the cool sort of background design here, the Shinron black and kind of basically black and silver look there, and then the same character on the back sort of in a outline. So just to show you, I'll go into heavy detail in the first one just so you can kind of see the style. And then I'll just sort of fly through the others, since I think they're all going to share similar design elements. They're just going to be different characters. So I'll show you this Goku one. So as you can see, the character art is kind of like more shiny, so it's more glossy. And then the background behind the character is sort of matte. It's more like, it's still very metallic looking, but it's kind of like less shiny. So you can kind of see it when I run the light over it there. So it kind of makes the character art sort of pop out on the steelbook a little bit more, which is pretty cool. So it always tell you the volume, the episode numbers. You'll see the same information here on the spine. And then here is the back. So it's the same character as the front, same kind of color motif, just sort of in this cool sort of outline artwork. And a different pose from the front as well. But the back is like totally, basically like super metallic, like see-through. It basically goes straight to the steelbook, but this one's kind of like orange colored metal. So it kind of has that orange tint throughout. And then so on the inside, we have that same cool background design here on the inside. Also very metallic and cool looking. And then here is the type of case we have. So let's see here. I'm going to take this out. So basically we have this kind of, they're sort of like half stacked. This top one basically slips underneath the spindle, and the other one sort of sits on top. So they're kind of half stacked, but they're not touching. The disc surfaces aren't touching. So they won't scratch each other or anything. And then it does have the spine info just right here. There's no like episode guide or episode titles or anything on the inside here, it looks like. It's just that cool metallic design and just a spot for the 2 discs. And it looks like the disc artwork is the same as what's on the front cover of each volume. So I suspect that is going to be how it is going forward as well. We'll double check some of the others, but I'm pretty sure that's probably the design choice that they made here. And then the front artwork, as you can see, kind of wraps around a little bit on the sides and the bottom. But then the back half of it is just kind of its own art. So that is volume 1. So you can kind of see what we're looking at there. And just as a point of comparison, just because I wanted to compare it, I actually have all of Dragon Ball Z on individual steelbooks as well. So I just wanted to sort of show you kind of how they look side by side, just so you can kind of compare how they look, since I have all these as steelbooks too. So these both also feature a relevant character, gives you the episode numbers. This one has the season number versus the volume number, but whatever. And then this is kind of what they look like on the spine. So a little bit, you know, they're obviously not meant to necessarily look like each other, but I just kind of wanted to show you so you could see sort of the kind of differences here. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting to see how they switched up the design for Super. So yeah, let's go through the other ones. So that's volume 1. One thing I do like about this packaging is I know it's kind of hard to see, but what holds the cases in here is this really like dense foam. It's like super thick foam, like the kind you'd find in like a protective case for, you know, electronics or something. It's like super thick. So it really does a good job of holding them all in there. So here we go. Again, same look, just purple motif. Same character artwork as the front, which is cool. The other thing I like about this case is that there's actually space between each case, and it's enough space that I can squeeze my fingers in there and actually pull out a case. They're not all just crammed in there, which is pretty neat. So yeah, again, same artwork. The back. So I'm just going to try to fly through the rest of these and kind of show you the front, the inside, and the back. So there's the front. Some of these, you can kind of see a little bit of dust or something on some of them. Like this one has a little scratch right there. Obviously, this is brand new right out of the packaging, so there's nothing really to be done about that, but just something to be aware of. Steelbooks do sometimes have that problem. Kind of the price you pay for dealing in steelbooks, I feel like. But so there's that one. Very cool. I like some of these. I like how the artwork looks like on the back of some of these. I think they look really neat. So this is volume 5. Trunk's looking awesome here. Boop boop. Very cool. Yeah, I think the backs look really neat. I really like how they do the outline on the back. So what these look like. These do appear to be Region A, I believe. Is that what the strip said? Yeah, these claim that they're Region A, so I don't know if you can use these in other regions. Sometimes they advertise one region and it's actually like all region. It doesn't actually lock it or anything. But sometimes that, obviously what they put should be correct. So I would assume, unless you hear otherwise, that these are indeed Region A locked. I wouldn't assume that they would work fine anywhere else. So here we go, Volume 7. Vegeta getting a lot of shine on these cases here. So yeah, there's that. And then here you go. That one's kind of a darker color, so it's a little bit hard actually to see the sort of background here, but you can kind of see it there. Especially when I run the light over it there. So, again, a common issue with steelbooks is sometimes they're kind of hard to open or close or something, but that's just totally, inherent to all steelbooks. Not necessarily just this release. Here we go. Looking good there. 2 discs here. I'm assuming they're all going to be 2-disc sets. This is kind of like a teal sort of color, I guess. It's like somewhere between blue and green. Let's see. Yeah, they are pretty tight, but you can grab them. There's enough space you can fit your fingers in there. It's just a little bit tight sometimes. This one's kind of cool. This is kind of like a dark gray or like a dark silver sort of look. I'm actually going to try to turn the light up a little bit here so you can see some of the details here. So yeah, same Shinron design, but this one's a little bit darker, which is kind of cool. I think it gives it sort of a cool look. And then 2 discs here, again, like usual. And all these have the same design. They have the spindle with the slit in it, so that the top one can kind of slip under it, so that they shouldn't ideally touch anything. You can kind of, as you can see it, that the top disc kind of barely floats over that spindle. So yeah, it should not be rubbing. So there's this one. Again, like this one's got some like gook on it. Some just like manufacturing, moisture or something. So you might have to go through if you want and like polish these up and that kind of thing when you first get it. I'll probably do that at some point. But again, not really a Funimation issue, more of just a general steelbook issue. And Goku here for Volume 10. This one is kind of a red theme here. Final volume right here. And then I think basically every volume, I think, has some amount of bonus features on them, because disc 2 of every volume, I believe, has both the episode count and a special features listing on it. So I think they spread out the special features across all the volumes, and then disc 2 of each one has like a couple bonus features on it to make up all those multiple hours of bonus features. So yeah. Yeah, and let me see if I can show you, let me show you the back here. I'm actually going to I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Once I have this on the shelf, maybe I'll just leave it on, maybe I'll take it off. It looks so good without it that, I don't know. I might save this strip, but maybe just take it off, flatten it out, and just save it somewhere. So yeah, I just wanted to show you kind of what the whole back image looks like here with Shinron. So that is what it looks like. I can probably take this whole thing off. The good thing is that the steelbooks are pretty tight in there, so we're going to do a test here, and I'll see if they all fall out when I do this. But this is what the back looks like. Very cool. Like I said, it's pretty large. These are my 2 hands, which aren't tiny, and yeah, it's, it barely fits my two hands fully stretched out. So yeah, it's pretty substantial. Now let's see if it passes the flip it over test. Yes, it did. So it does at least hold these tightly enough that maybe you'll get lucky if you accidentally flip it over or turn it upside down, and maybe they all won't come crashing out immediately, at least. But I wouldn't test it. I would not turn this upside down and like shake it or anything. You might get lucky, but you know, these are fairly tight, but like, you know, they're not that tight. They are tight enough that if you pull it out like halfway, they'll mostly stick. So like this one kind of sticks there, and as you sort of have to push it. So that's about how tight it is. So tight enough that they won't immediately fly out, but I would not turn this upside down for funsies, at least. But yeah, this is my unboxing for this. I just wanted to kind of show you what is included in here in case you're thinking of picking it up. And just sort of as a bonus for comparison here, because I think some people like me who collect Blu-rays and stuff might find this interesting. But here is the Dragon Ball Super, the movie. So Broly the movie. And this is kind of basically the only Dragon Ball Super thing that's not included in here. So this is the whole anime, the whole show. But there was also this movie, which is not included here. It is available on Steelbook as well, which is why I upgraded my copy from the standard Blu-ray to the Steelbook in anticipation for this, just because I wanted it to sort of match up. Obviously, unfortunately, there's no spot for it. I kind of wish they had, like, at least put an empty spot so you could put the movie in there or something. I don't know. But none of the other Dragon Ball Z releases really, or original Dragon Ball releases have, you know, they don't ever include the movies. They don't really have like spots in the collection for the movies, so I get it, but it would have been kind of cool. But anyway, I get it. They want you to just be able to buy this, have a full complete thing, and if you want to get the movie or whatever, you can get that separately. So I totally get it. But this is the Steelbook for the movie. And just so you can see it, like if you want to put these on your shelf beside each other or something, this is kind of what you're looking at here. So this is essentially what it'll look like. Obviously, because these are sort of raised, they'll be up a little bit higher, like if you put this on a shelf. But yeah, so it'll basically sort of look like that, which is probably how I'll have it. But yeah, it does look cool that they're all Blu-ray size steelbooks that you can kind of display and enjoy. But yeah, I really wish that, I mean, I guess they do sort of have this collection they have this for the 30th anniversary, sort of, but that is a really expensive collection for Dragon Ball Z that has a bunch of other stuff in it, and it's super expensive, way more expensive than this. So I kind of wish that they just had some kind of box that we could purchase for the standalone steelbooks that is similar to this, so it would kind of match with this for Dragon Ball Z. Because I think that would be really cool, because I really like this design. It fits on a standard shelf, which is awesome. And it's super premium and cool looking. So, yeah, I doubt it'll ever happen, or I'll have to buy them all again or something, I'm sure. But it would be super cool if I could, like, buy a box that I could put all of my Dragon Ball Z steelbooks in that kind of fit with this or sort of look similar. I think that would be really neat. But anyway, that's my unboxing. Sorry this took so long, but there's a lot of content here, so I wanted to make sure I covered all of it so you can see what's in there. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below and let me know, and I'll try to answer those. I'm assuming the quality of these is, you know, the same as all the previous Blu-rays that have come out in the past from Funimation for Dragon Ball Super. I don't think there's any difference. I don't think these are new transfers or, you know, anything like that. I assume the quality and all that is identical to what's out there already, so I don't think there's any difference in quality. I think it's just cool design, cool new package, all in one. So, thanks everybody for watching this. If you like this unboxing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. If you like this unboxing, if you want to see more Dragon Ball related stuff, anime, or if you just collect DVDs, Blu-rays, anything like that, go ahead and check out my channel and hit subscribe so that way you don't miss any of my future content. And you can also check out my previous videos. I have hundreds of videos, a lot of which are DVD, Blu-ray, anime unboxing, stuff like that. So thanks everybody for checking this out, and I'll catch you next time.